Hello Xbox Live moderators, my name is Love, and look at that! Kicked for no reason. Or, again, being in a tactical spot. And because these gentlemen used me to help them get this far, I did them a favor by making the host rage quit again. Before we address the situation, we are going to give the sheep a name because their gamer tags are an absolute struggle. Control OS will be known as Control. XEWGXL3G, whatever that is, will be known as Billie Eyelash. And H4MBURG3, whatever, will be known as the Hamburglar. I'm not going to say I'm the best player in history, but I was in a tactical spot. And to top it off, the enemy team used this spot against my teammates last game, so they should have known what I'm doing here. Billie Eyelash lets this guy go for some reason and then decides to make a charge when I attempt to eliminate one of them with the smoker. This spot is perfect for making someone fall to their deaths, but unfortunately, I'm the one that paid the price. And I do want to point out that Zofhes2K said I got kicked for no reason. He was on the enemy team, so I do appreciate the attention to detail. And I hope you enjoyed the shit show that was happening. So of course I joined their session progress with the intent of ruining their game for fun because they want to play like sheep. So I joined their session. I spawned in, the very first thing I do is change all the talk. So I grab my shotgun, grab my ammo, and I guess someone else voted change all the talk. So I just start spraying all of them down. Hamburglar runs out of the way. Billie Eyelash tries to shoot me back, he fails. And I end up getting one of them though. They're running all around to try to avoid the shotgun, but the Hamburglar stands no I try to kill a Control, and they vote to kick me out. They just woke up the beast. I'm rejoining their session. Okay, so I spawn in, very first thing I do is change all the talk, and unfortunately, my NPC character was sitting in the acid, so I'm doing this again. I spawn in, change all the talk, now they are trapped in an elevator with me. I'm not trapped in an elevator with them, they are trapped with me. I am gonna be the problem. So, they have nowhere to go. They're gonna be running around like headless chickens. I'm just gonna keep spraying my assault rifle at them, jumping around, reloading, trying to get them down. Control OS is already getting f***ed. His health is already red, but unfortunately I get downs. So, they can't vote to kick me out. Because someone changed all the talk. And I'm joining their session again. Oh, I join up again, change all the talk. They're not going to be helping me because they know I'll be joining session in progress again, so I might as well just die. This guy's getting f***ed up by the smoker, I don't even help him. I'm just letting myself die at this point. They're going to lose the score if I die, so it's a win-win for me anyway. This guy is shooting me. He hates me so much. Sucks to suck, Control, not my fault. So over the next several minutes I kept joining their session in hopes of getting on the enemy team, and eventually the gaming gods have granted my wish, because I finally joined the enemy team after Graciela Star 30 took my place. If you're watching this, Graciela, the sheep are your problem now. Their fate has been sealed. I won't waste too much time on this gameplay because we could have won. My teammates were not that good in the game. I guess they were more focused on survival rather than the objective. But as you could see, when I joined, my current team had 1,154 points, with the 136 included, which means we would get an additional 664 points of the 800 if we filled up 12 more cans of gas. This would give us a total of 1,818 points at the end. If at least one of us escaped, we would earn 25 additional points per survivor, which would add up to 1,843 points total. That is only with one survivor. If all 4 of us escaped, we would get an additional 100 points, which would add up to 1,918 points. Thus, we would have the most points and the enemy team would have been defeated. We could have easily won, and you can see in the gameplay, I only cared about collecting the gas cans. I was playing for the objective, but my teammates were not very experienced in the game, so we stood no chance. So when the game ended, I voted to play against them again, but everyone else voted no. So when we returned to the lobby, I was gonna back out, but I noticed I was kicked again. So I decided, you know what? It's time for round 2. I joined their session progress again and I went on the enemy team. Looks like they want to play some Dark Carnival, but unfortunately, they saw me and kicked me. So over the next several minutes, I kept joining their session progress. Eventually, I joined when the game was already loading so they couldn't kick me. And as you could see, I'm on their team. Control and Billie Eyelash are still here. The Hamburglar left and a random took his place. Belson, as the game was loading, I sent Belson a message telling him not to kick me. He responded with "don't kick me" with a smiling face. So I guess he knows the struggles of playing with sheep. As soon as we spawn in, I vote change all to talk. I get my stuff and start shooting at Control and Billie Eilish. They vote to kick me, but Belson had my back. Billie Eilish is running for his life. I eventually vote change all to talk, but I had like 3 enemy players after me. So the sheep run away successfully, and I got messed up by the hunter. I wasn't even mad because my plan was to eventually die so they could suffer a score loss. They try kicking me again, but Belson had my back. So fast forward when it's our turn to play as the infected, I don't even go after the enemy team. So when Billie Eilish jumps on someone, I try killing him instead of the enemy. Eventually I end up killing Billie Eilish, but Belson no longer protected me and they kicked me out. Well, so I joined up again. This time, I'm on the enemy team. Now, unfortunately, my teammates are not experienced in this game, so messing up the other team was not possible, as it was basically a 1v4. I spawned as a smoker, which didn't do good. I then spawned as a spitter, which was a blessing, but teammates weren't doing much, so the spitter was virtually useless. There was some light at the end of the tunnel when one of my teammates was spawning as a tank, but he's not that good with a tank. So the enemy kills the shit out of him. And no, this clip isn't sped up. His health goes down that fast. They were all attacking him, and as you can see, he ends up running away, and they just chase him and kill him. Outstanding tank selection. Get the worst guy on the team to play as the tank. Outstanding. The game should have made me the tank. I would have messed them up. I'm a seasoned veteran of the tank. I stand clear of all Molotovs. Boomer Bile is a little difficult to dodge, but I make use of my surroundings and end up destroying the enemy team. Unfortunately, in this case, I was never the tank, so eventually the enemy team makes it to the safe room. At this point, do my teammates stand a chance? Absolutely not. There is literally no way my teammates can last outside that safe room. No chance in life they are ever gonna survive. When we exit the safe room, Knave 73 splits up and runs as far as possible. I take some pot shots and end up following him. The farther we got, the more points we got. Mobsteel and True Game 503 end up staying behind. True Game gets pulled by a smoker, and I end up trusting Mobsteel to save him, but I don't think he even knows what's going on, as he runs away and gets pinned by a hunter. We end up saving them though, as Knave attempts to revive True Game. I defend them against the horde. I then vote to restart chapter because at this point, I know there's absolutely no shot in this. There is no way my teammates would be able to survive this. Absolutely no way. So the only way I could ruin the enemy's game is by spamming restart chapter and voting to return a lobby. I run ahead and of course True Game is still in the back and gets messed up again. Someone votes to kick him out, and I think it was Knave, and we all vote no. If this was more serious, I would have voted to kick him out because he's slowing everyone down. But I knew there was no way of getting out of this game alive, so he might as well stay. It won't make a difference. Knave ended up leaving, and I say he was like the better of the other two. I'm trying to find my way back to my teammates, but I hear a smoker. I'm like one of the only people in the world that use a headset in Left 4 Dead 2. So I heard a smoker stalking me, so I was not gonna turn my back on him. I'm waiting for him to come out, and eventually he comes out and fails to get me. He accidentally gets the NPC on my team, so I just walk up to him and personally kill him, followed by a nice teabagging session. I join my teammates, True Game is pretty much done for, and I vote to restart chapter, and for some reason, the vote goes through. I don't know how. So Control rage quits out of the game, leaving his boy Billie Eilish. And as you can see, I was singing my infamous "You Failed" song to this idiot before he ended up kicking me. At this point, I follow the tradition of sending the sheep a message. That's what happens when you kick other players out like sheep. I hope you gentlemen got a learning experience from this. GG, with a smiley face. Surprisingly, only one of them responded. Billie Eilish responded with, "Who's this?" And no, he didn't mean that. He damn well knew who I was. He saw my gamertag 12 times when he voted to kick me out. I guess he played dumb to hide from the fact that a random ruined his game, so he pretended like nothing happened. There are only 2 ways that game was gonna end. My team winning, or their chapter restarting. And of course, there was no way my teammates were gonna win. You know, I didn't want to spend almost 2 hours out of my day doing this shit, okay? I hate doing this. I just want to play the game. That's it. I just want to enjoy and have fun. And if the fun is ruined, I'm going to return the favor. Because it's not fair to host a public session and kick random players out because you and your party outnumber them. Kick players out when there's a legitimate reason for it, not because you want to punish them for your mistake. That's not fair, so GG. And as a bonus, I do want to address a quick situation I found myself in. I was playing a game, carrying my teammates and helping them get a win, but in the next chapter, they became sheep, so I attempted to annihilate them by joining the enemy team. Unfortunately, The enemy team was full of sheep as well, and they weren't very bright either because I was the only one trying to save this guy like a good teammate, but these guys didn't even know what planet they were living on. So I do want to admit that making these videos is really frustrating because I go on this game to have fun. I only make these videos because it becomes entertaining when people relate to falling victim to sheep in this game. I wish Valve remastered this game and fixed the kick option because apparently they didn't think there would be idiots abusing it. Gaming should be fair for everyone, so if someone ruins a game by abusing the kick option, I'm gonna ruin their game and have a laugh at it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I would appreciate that very much. With that being said, I thank you so much for stopping by and I hope you enjoy your stay. I'll see you guys in the next video and I am out and goodbye.